today's video lesson. Today we're going to talk about tissue respiration. When we talk about respiration, we're talking about energy. We're going to talk about the energy that we need to talk like I'm talking, to watch the video like you're doing, or to do anything else. So, what is respiration? Respiration it refers to the breakdown of food substances to release energy. Well, we eat every day. We just ate. We are about to eat again because we want to get energy. But this topic is going to help us realize, how does the food I eat give me the energy I use? As you remember, we have respiration taking place in one organelle, one special organelle within a cell, and that is the mitochondria. So this one takes place in the cell, within the cell itself. Sometimes is referred to as cellular respiration. And the particular part of the cell where that happens is referred to as the mitochondrion. Now, why do cells have to carry out respiration anyway? Remember, in characteristics of living organisms, we said they respire. But why do they respire? To get energy. And what do they use that energy for? To move. From one place to another, or to have muscle contraction. So this movement is caused by, in animals, it's caused by organisms. By respiration, get the energy they require in order to move. Movement happens by a contraction of their muscles. If you can imagine a frog hopping from one place to another, the energy that propels it from the ground to the next place is through respiration, and the energy enables the contraction of its muscles. Some applies to a cow, to even a human being. By movement from one point to another, I use energy. So, the muscle contraction brings about movement. Also, the energy respiration also enables the organisms to maintain a constant internal body temperature. So, energy required to because respiration also produces heat energy as part of the byproducts. So that heat energy produced enables to keep our bodies warm. The biggest respiration amount of respiration takes place within your muscles and your liver, and that enables you to keep a constant body temperature within the body, especially within the core, that is between your neck and your waist. That is the core. So it enables keep a constant temperature, but also it provides the energy required to carry out cell division. To grow, we grow taller or bigger by cells multiplying, and we call that cell division. By cells making copies of each other, so that the number of cells within our bodies increases. But that happens when we have energy. So the energy enables what we call cell division. Water, for example, minerals, for them to be able to carry out their normal life processes. But some of them require energy in order to take place, and therefore respiration provides the energy required for that matter. There are two types of respiration, that is to say, aerobic respiration and anaerobic respiration. Begin by interesting ourselves in what is called aerobic respiration. Now, aerobic respiration, aeros always has to do with something with air. Okay, so aerobic respiration is when food is broken down to form energy using oxygen. Now, the part of air that supports respiration is oxygen. I'm sure you've heard of people say she was put on oxygen because at that point their respiratory system cannot enable them to bring in all the oxygen they require to be able to carry out the respiration. Okay, so they find an artificial supply of the oxygen. So let's start by interesting ourselves into aerobic respiration. So, aerobic. So, it is the type of respiration that requires oxygen to take place. That's why your body finds a way to keep you breathing. Your nostrils never close, your trachea never closes. Because even when you're sleeping, that oxygen is always required. Now, most animals carry out aerobic respiration. So this is used by most organisms, including you and I. How about anaerobic respiration? Anaerobic respiration in biology usually is used to refer to without. So if it is anaerobic, it means without air. So takes place without use of oxygen. In other words, it does not require oxygen to take place. Now, this is used by yeast. If you have heard of yeast, we are going to go to talk about it in detail. It's used by yeasts and some bacteria and some worms, intestinal worms within the guts of different organisms, because those parasites within the guts cannot access all the oxygen, so they resort to using anaerobic respiration. It's also used by bacteria. Some bacteria in the mouth. Do you have some bacteria in the mouth? Thousands of them. Yes. It's also used by some bacteria in feet, especially if you're putting on closed shoes. So they carry out anaerobic respiration, and they're the reason why some of us have smelly feet. Away from that, anaerobic respiration is going to be talked about as we go on, but let us first interest ourselves in aerobic respiration.